This video demonstrates how to rebuild the collection directory by performing a clean, full FTS reindex via the FTS Management Console. The steps outlined in this video apply for versions 18.x and above out of box. These steps would apply for version 9.104 as well if you downloaded and installed the unsupported server group console from the BMC communities. So what is a full FTS reindex? Well, there's two types of reindex, a full reindex and a form reindex. A full reindex would be used to resolve the errors related to corruption within the collection directory, and when executed, rebuilds all indexes for all forms where FTS and MFS properties are defined. A clean full reindex is where you delete the contents of the collection directory as well as the FT pending table. A full reindex rebuilds the indexes without clearing the collection directory. And then finally, a form reindex would rebuild the indexes for just a specific form. So when would you perform a full FTS reindex? Well, if you find that your searches are not working as expected and you know the configuration is correct, a reindex is most likely warranted. The errors seen here on the screen indicate there's corruption in the collection directory, and therefore a reindex is required. These errors would be seen in the ARFTS plugin searcher log, as well as the ARFTS plugin searcher standard error log. And so another possible reason a reindex would be required is if you updated the thesaurus, the ignore word list, or the root word list, the indexes would need to be rebuilt to reflect the changes. If you determine that the search issues are related to a specific form, you could reindex just that form instead of reindexing all forms, which would decrease the amount of time needed to resolve the issue. As you would suspect, a form reindex is faster than a full reindex. So what are the steps to perform the FTS reindex? The following steps will rebuild the entire FTS index. There are instances where you need to rebuild index for a single form instead of the entire collection directory, and we'll cover those as well in the demonstration portion of this video. So the first step would be to stop the AR server service. You then want to remove the records from the FT pending table. And if you want to take a backup of the FT pending table, you can run the following commands that are listed here, and that'll allow you to back those up. And so the next step would be to delete the contents of the collection directory so the structure is rebuilt. You do have the choice to not remove the contents as well, as the index will remove the information as present. So once those steps have been completed, you want to restart the AR server service. Then you're going to log into the AR server, open the FTS Management Console via the server group console, and choose either the server or a form reindex, then click the reindex button. It's that simple. At the bottom of the screen here, we have two knowledge articles. One of them will allow you to estimate the amount of disk space needed for the FTS reindex in the collection directory. The other one allows you to estimate the time the reindex will take to complete. I highly recommend that you run through the steps on both of these articles so that you can allocate enough time for the reindex to complete as well as enough space for the collection directory. So for the purposes of this video, let's assume that we've stopped AR server, cleared the contents of the FT pending table as well as the collection directory, and we've restarted AR server. Now we're going to go in here, we're going to go to the Remedy Management Console. We're going to go to the AR server group console. We'll go to FTS Management. And I want to do a full reindex for my server. I'm going to highlight the server name. And here at the bottom, it's a reindex for a server. I'm going to click on reindex. Okay, and then the console comes up and it'll show you the forms that it's working on, how many records it has, and you can refresh over here on the right hand side. And you can see the ones in green are already done. The ones in yellow show you the percentage of what's being worked on. It'll also show you how many remaining rows are there, the total number of rows, if there's any failed forms, time it was initialized, the last refresh time. And you can see from the refresh time, it's completely done. Everything is green, and that's complete. So if I wanted to do a particular form, you would simply just click here and reindex, choose form from the drop down, It'll open up and it'll bring me all the form names. You would highlight the particular form that you wanted to reindex. Say I want to do the how-to knowledge articles. And click on Reindex. And then once it's finished, you can see here that everything is completed. And here's the one form I selected. And now that's completed. And that's all there is to reindexing via the FTS Management Console. Thanks for watching.